Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to The Rise.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to The Rise Online. I'm your host, Andre Ross, and...
Hi, I'm Caleb.
What, you're so subdued today. And...
Hi, I'm Avery.
just in case you guys didn't know who we were.
I think it's just the heat.
It's just the heat.
It's just the heat.
It is a scorcher these last few days. And it's still June.
Yeah, it's so I went mountain biking yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was so hot that I'm a pretty white person. And
I couldn't tell.
Well, I should say translucent. And I was beat red, and this guy who was helping me kind of fix my bike because it was weird. It was whatever. Long story short. He was like, "Man, you're real burnt." And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "No, I'm just
Translucent.
I'm just translucent."
All right. So tonight it's going to be our last live show
Yes.
until
September.
And we're going to be coming up with some really cool and new things.
Yeah.
So it's all on Caleb.
Kind of gives us a bit of a break, which is for summer, and I'm sure all of you would, have things to do too. One thing, though, I should say is throughout the summer, we will be posting some videos. I don't know if Andy knows this yet, but
I guess we will be.
we're going to, at least, I'm going to be creating some videos for you guys just to check out on our YouTube channel. Just some random stuff
Yeah.
to check out just for fun. But we're taking a break.
Yeah, taking a
Until
break for the
September.
summer because we will be meeting in person. So I will be sending some stuff out to your parents. So
Not every week.
No, not every week. No, we'll be doing two big events for the summer, one in July and one in August.
Yeah.
We also have our big VBS where we might be reaching out to some of you guys to help out with that. So stay tuned. Your parents will be getting some stuff. So we before we continue, we have a few announcements.
Yes, we do. Let me just pull them up really quick.
Hey, Chloe, we're going to do some shout outs in a sec.
Okay, so first off, make sure we have an email, which is wbicstudents@gmail.com. If you have any questions, concerns, if you just want to say hi to us throughout the summer, we'd love to actually hear from you. I think we'll be I know right now, looking forward, taking a break seems really nice, but I think we'll kind of get to a point where we will kind of miss you, miss doing this. But yeah, make sure to email us because hey, we would love to hear from you.
Any ideas? Thoughts,
maybe
whatever.
throughout the summer you're like, oh, this would be sweet. Once we come back, maybe we should do this. We'd love to hear from you. Also, we have our Instagram page, which is WellBIC Youth. Make sure to follow us there, and also our YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe, so when we do post some videos, you'll be able to see those.
Yeah.
And then not lastly, but we're also just so everyone knows that we are actually social distance here when we're doing this show. We are being safe. We are protecting each other and ourselves from getting sick.
Except for when Avery eats fish, we can smell it. So.
I haven't done that. Well, yeah.
And lastly, kind of not I was gonna say bittersweet, but it's just bitter.
Yes.
I think Andy would agree, or Andre would agree. This is actually Andre's
my last show.
This is actually Avery's last week with us. She's going on to bigger and better things. She's actually going to go up north. And maybe we should just pass it on to her, so she can kind of talk about what she'll be doing for the summer.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to be going up to Camp Kakwa for the whole summer. I'll be in the office.
What is Camp Kakwa?
So it's BIC's camp.
What is BIC?
What is BIC?
I feel like you guys should know that by now, so I don't have to explain that. But that's right? The BIC camp for Ontario.
It's our denominator or our church camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For lack of better words.
Yeah.
And where is it?
It's in Magnetic.
Which is where is it close to?
Huntsville.
Okay.
So it's about 5 hours away. 5, yeah.
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 About 4 or 5, depending
Yeah.
on how fast you're driving.
Yeah.
I won't say
My
how
family
fast I
likes-
got home.
yeah.
No, don't. Some cops may be
And what will
listening.
you be doing there?
I'll be working in the office. I'll be on the ropes team.
Cool.
So I'll be belaying and working over there.
So like rock climbing?
No, they knocked down the rock
No,
wall.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
all the good stuff gets taken
Oh
away.
man, like I've actually gone to Camp Kakwa for years, since I was probably like 3 years old, family camp, and that was like a huge thing was the rock wall, and we get to climb it and stuff,
Yeah.
and I guess they knocked it down.
Yeah, I was kind of
That's so
scared
sad.
to belay someone on it because it's not. I'm not going to be
Yeah.
belaying just kids. I'm going to be
Yeah,
belaying adults.
true,
So
Okay,
that's a little
fair enough, fair
scary.
enough.
But
true.
So we're gonna miss Avery,
Yeah,
especially me. She did all the work. So.
And hopefully in the next little bit, like maybe in September or something like that, we can have her on the show for just
Yeah,
for
a
fun.
few what do they call it? When they have guest speakers.
Guest speakers.
I guess we call them guest speakers. There's a word for it. But anyways,
Um,
so we just want to say a great welcome to. Let's see who we have on here. We have Chloe. Welcome, Chloe. That's just for you, because you're
wait,
my
wait,
girl.
I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
you got it. Yeah, that's for Chloe.
That's for
We
Chloe.
have Ember. We have Ava. What up, Ava and Ember? Brady, Isaiah, Xavier. Who else do we have on there? We have some leaders: Jocelyn and Adela
Laurent.
and Lauren.
Laurent.
Laurent. Did I miss anybody? Laurent. We have Ember there. So, and a few other people. That's if you are new or you're checking us out, just throw us a name. We love to
Yeah.
give you a shout out.
Totes.
All right? Totes, indeed. So, without any further ado, we're going to play a game that everyone kind of seems to like. So,
Have we
roll
played
that
it? Have we
beautiful-
played it before?
What's that? Hey, there's Wyatt.
Wait,
What's
what
that?
game are we doing?
It's the same Would You Rather.
Oh, okay, fun.
Yeah. Oh, to let everyone know, tonight we're going to do things a little different.
Yes.
We're going to have 2 gift cards this time. A
We're going
first
big.
place and a last place. Sorry, second place. All right.
First place and then
And
second place. Yes.
So a leader could be first place, or and a student second place, or two students first and second. So $10 gift card to Tim Hortons,
Wait,
and,
it's $10 for the first place?
first place, and $5 for the second place.
We're going
From Tim.
big.
We're going big. We've blown the budget. So without any further ado, we're going to play a game that Avery put together at the end. So stay
Yes.
tuned for that.
Well, the points from this contribute to the points at
Well,
the
then
end.
this one is just Would You
Oh,
Rather.
just
so
for
there's no-
fun?
Yeah, just for
No
fun.
points.
Yeah,
No points.
no points.
No points.
And if you're really good, you'll get to milk one of Chloe's coats. Just joking. All right. So, would you rather?
wait.
Oh, yes. I thought you were going to play music.
That was for the goat comment.
It was a dad joke.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Ronan, what's up? That's my dance. Don't you go stealing it. You might find that dance on Fortnite. Who knows? We need to get Caleb away from the sound effects. Okay. Would you rather be able to control the weather or have the ability to talk to animals? Would you rather be able to control the weather or have the ability to talk to animals? Tough one.
Is it though?
I don't know, I guess. Okay, so Jocelyn says, Jocelyn loves the sound effects. This is the last time I will ever have to hear that song.
Oh, we're bringing it back.
We're going to totally bring it back. I think we
Along
played
with-
a few times tonight, too. If
Along with a bunch of maybe other songs.
All right.
I
so
got actually time to actually go through some.
through some stuff. So we have Ava says she would rather, talk to animals. Ember says talk to animals. Adela says control the weather. Brady says weather. Okay, so kind of split. Chloe says talk to animals. Ronan says change the weather. Okay. This is a tricky one. Talk to animals or control the weather. Let's see what some other people say before we give it a chance.
2,000 years later.
Jocelyn says control the weather, and she has all the emojis for controlling the weather. Wind. I'm assuming that's snow, rain, thunder.
It looks like
cyclone.
it looks like a Beyblade.
Beyblade. Yes.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I play a lot of Beyblade.
Put in the chat if you actually know what that is.
Oh, I know Isaiah knows what that is.
Yeah. Those are the stuff,
You used to play with Beyblades?
dude.
Is it that old?
Dude.
Not
Wow.
that-
What are
not
you
that
trying
jo-
to say?
No,
What are you trying to say? It's that old?
I play Beyblades with my son all the time, and I keep beating him. Right? But I thought it was a new thing with all the cartoons and stuff like
I
that.
don't think so.
Wait, like, do you know what they are?
I know what they are. I never played them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, they were a big thing when I was a kid.
Ember knows what it is, Beyblade.
Like, they were at the dollar store. You could get them.
Yes.
Um,
Beyblades or Bakugan?
I mean,
The
they
Bakugan,
might
you
have
can-
been like a ripoff of Beyblades, to be honest.
Not that the dollar store sells rip-off stuff.
No.
All right. So, spinny thing. Yeah. Yes, it's a spinny thing. You battle each other and all this other stuff. So, lots of people gave their answers.
Yep.
So, what would you rather do, Caleb? Would you rather be able to talk to animals or control the weather?
Easy. Talk to animals.
Yeah?
For sure.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go deep now.
We have 30 seconds.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. I think like controlling the weather has too many ramifications that I'm not okay with taking that type of pressure / responsibility. If I all of a sudden want a sunny day, then I mess up the crops for all the farmers and stuff like that.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
So
true.
I'm
That's a good
like,
point. That's a good point.
it's too much responsibilities where I feel like talking to
But
animals.
you could probably fix like climate change if you wanted to.
That's
but
what I'm.
but I'm not capable or
Go to the
qualified
Arctic
for that.
and just make it really cold.
I'm not a science person,
All
so
right,
I would go animals.
How about you, Avery?
Avery.
Well, I had an answer.
Oh
and
no.
then he got me thinking.
You're
Um,
welcome.
I mean, I've always liked animals, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what my dogs are thinking.
Mm.
Oh, we have
So
a
that-
picture of a dog to show
Oh,
you guys.
should we
later.
should we show it right now?
I think we should.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, okay.
that's
Okay, here we go. Let me pull it up really quick. Here we go.
that is Avery's
That's
dog.
a big dog.
That is not a dog. That's a lion.
That's a bear.
Yeah, it's a bear.
He
yeah.
just
Yeah.
turned 2, the
Wow.
14th.
What?
Yeah.
He's not even 2 yet.
No, he just turned
Oh.
2. Yes.
That dog's
Wow.
a monster.
That's a monster. Anyways, you were saying
Well,
with your answer.
oh, I mean, I would love to just like go to a petting zoo and be like, "How can I help you? Let's have a conversation. let's not let animals go extinct.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Well, it'd be
So
interesting.
you would talk to animals.
yes, I would be
Okay.
like their
So we have one,
therapist.
2 for animals.
Before you say,
Yeah.
I would be like the Dr. Doolittle.
I think it'd be interesting though, because obviously what we believe is like God created everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they would have a more like, yeah, God is the creator of everything approach.
Mm-hmm.
So if you talk to them, it'd be like so reassuring because
yeah,
like
yeah,
Oh.
you know what I mean?
Wow, why you gotta go complicate my answer? Because first I was like, I would like to control the weather. Because if there's a cyclone, I can go there and say no cyclone. But then I'm playing, I'm playing
No
God.
cyclone,
So
not
then-
today.
After hearing you guys, I'm gonna switch my answer back to talking to animals.
You can like rescue animals. You know what I mean?
Well, that's not the reason why I would talk to animals, but sure.
Oh my! Oh my word!
All right. Wow, that took way too long. The next one. Would you rather be a master at painting or an amazing dancer? A master at painting
Oh.
or an amazing dancer? Hey, Aiden, what up? So we're playing a little bit of would you rather. So the question is, would you rather be a master at dancing or an amazing dancer? Well, I'm an amazing dancer. Ask my wife. I'm like, awesome. No.
Okay,
I've
here's
too-
a question though. It says, sorry, rephrase it one more time.
What's that?
Rephrase the question one more time.
Would you rather be a master painter or an amazing dancer?
Like, why can't I be a master dancer?
Okay, fine. Would you rather be a master painter or a master dancer?
Because like, okay, amazing
Of,
dancer, like
what
that's
type of
relative.
dance?
I would say, okay, you guys make this way too complicated.
Like, is it point? Is it jazz?
Okay,
Ballet?
you can dance any dance under the sun, and you can do any kind of painting under the sun. Impressionist,
I'm just
Mona
saying.
Lisa type stuff. What do they call those? You can do any kind of painting.
I'm just saying though that like okay, if it was just amazing dancer, this is why I was asking is
Yeah.
because like okay, like a amateur could be an amazing dancer
True.
for
Fair enough.
for being an amateur.
I will give you that one.
Okay.
All right, so we have
Thank
some
you.
answers coming in. Aiden says a master, a master painter. Isaiah says a great dancer. Adela says master painter. Jocelyn says painter. Amber says
nail painter.
Brady says painting. Who else do we have here? Ronan says a painter. Jocelyn says painter. Nail painter. I just saw it. So lots of painters and lots of dancers. What would you, Avery, be? A master I know you used to dance ballet.
Oh, I thought you forgot about
Why
that.
would I forget?
Wow.
I do listen to you sometimes.
Most of never mind. Never mind.
So what would you rather be, a dancer or a master dancer or master painter?
I've always been really bad at just like anything artistic. Like I can't draw to save my life, but I did used to do dance.
Okay.
So I would probably like to do dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's
okay.
like so like freeing. Like just
Yeah.
bust out a move anywhere.
And dance. Okay. How about
Yes.
you, Caleb?
Um,
And don't get too philosophical on us.
no, it's pretty simple. I'd be a painter because I feel like I can make more money.
I was thinking that the painter thing, but I think
Money
I'm still
doesn't
gonna.
mean happiness. What do you want to do?
I want to do things where the money will pay for things that I actually really enjoy.
Like go biking whenever you want and don't have to work.
Yeah.
All right.
Or-
I think.
Or paint a real nice bike. Oh, here's a question though.
Mhm.
A painter as in like paintings or painter as in like a master at painting cars?
What?
I am
Oh.
thinking on a canvas. Don't
Yeah.
overcomplicate things. All right. So I think I would be. I think the dancer.
Yeah.
Then I could
Fair
take my
enough.
wife out. She likes dancing Spanish to
Some
Spanish music,
salsa?
salsa, and all this stuff. I don't like to move my hips.
Eat some hot salsa while dancing salsa?
Yeah, yeah. My
Nice.
hips are very frozen.
Hmm.
Right, so
You just got to loosen them up.
loosen them up a little bit.
I used to dance in Costco.
Yeah. All right. Our last one before we jump into the word. So make sure you have your Bibles ready. All right. Would you rather speak every language,
Oh.
even sign language,
Oh.
or play every instrument?
Why do you have
Would
to
you
ask
rather
that?
be able to speak every language, including sign language, or play every instrument? Tough one, eh? Oh,
No, it's pretty easy.
Oh,
yeah, yeah, okay.
For me, it's easy though. Like,
The more I
Yeah.
think about it,
All right, let's see. So Lauren says language, so she can say parlez-vous français?
je ne sais pas, oui.
Sure.
That means I don't know. Yes.
Excited neat. So Lauren says language. Ember says language. Ava says language. Oh, lots of languages. Okay.
Yeah.
Jocelyn language. Adela says speak every language. Every language, Ronan.
Ooh.
Well, everyone's every
Except for one.
language.
Oh,
There are two.
Sorry, my computer's slow, so I haven't seen it yet. Oh, okay. Brady
Chloe-
says instrument.
Chloe says every instrument. Yeah.
Chloe, every instrument. Yeah. Brady says every instrument. Okay.
Interesting.
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 I thought it would have been more split, but
Really?
so how about you? You saying that you already know your answer?
Every language.
Every language. I thought you would have
Yes.
been instrument.
No, I
'Cause you play so
I
many
already
instruments.
play a bunch, so like, why do I need to know more?
Fair enough. Show off.
Slash, I play the cool ones. So although piano is one that I still like. I love the idea of being able to play piano.
You don't play the piano?
I like.
Yeah. You're
Like-
very gifted with instruments, though. I
So
must say.
where learning languages though, I have a hard time with.
Yeah.
So I feel like I would pick that one just because I have a hard time with it. So
Fair
like I
enough.
would just
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you could also make a lot of money being bilingual.
It's all about the
Oh,
money
yeah.
with you, eh? How about you, Avery?
well, if I'm already a dancer, then
Well,
I
so she
won't-
says.
I won't need to
Wait.
make music.
Do these lead into each other?
I don't know, but yeah, if I'm already a dancer, I can't. Well, I guess I could be like, what's her name, Mackenzie Sterling or whatever her name is.
Oh, Shoot.
Oh,
Lindsay?
Yeah, that's her
Lindsay
name.
Sterling.
She like dances and plays the violin. I
Yes.
could do that, but I also want to know like.
But she
every-
already kind of does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably like to speak every language.
I guess that's okay. I guess.
Wait. Here's a question.
Sign language would be cool.
Does the languages thing include women? Like, as a guy, learn
Speaking the language of
understanding
women,
women.
and women speaking the guise of men. No, it does not. That would be too easy. I think I'll be
I mean, if you speak French.
no.
No, I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's attractive. That's a hot thing.
You're already married.
Anyways,
Wow, junior high. I think. I when I came to Canada, I knew 4 languages. Well, 3.5, right? So knowing languages was kind of cool for me. I like knowing, and then you can travel. You don't need to interpret. So I
Wait, so
think
what languages do you know?
I spoke Dutch fluently.
'Kay.
Papiamento, although my brother would say I sound like an immigrant when I speak Papiamento. 'Cause I didn't speak it well, but I spoke it and understood it. Spanish, I spoke a little bit of Spanish. I could hold my own, but I wouldn't call myself very fluent. But other people said I was fluent. Others, I don't know.
this is,
And then
how, this
English.
is how he brags.
No, I don't. So I think languages, as much as I love, I used to write songs and different things, languages, I just, being able to go into any
so
country.
you're musical.
I'm not musical.
Oh,
I
okay.
cannot play
What about
instruments,
the language
but I
of
like music.
the language of music?
I thought you were gonna say the language of love.
Oh no.
So that's my answer.
Okay, fair
I'm
enough.
not good at French. I'm a beginner. Hey, but I would encourage anyone, if you can learn another language, it's funny how the languages kind of complement each other. Like in
Yeah.
Spanish, you say biblioteca. In Dutch, you say bibliothèque. And in Spanish is, did I say Spanish? Oh, sorry, French, I think it's bibliothèque.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there's some similarities.
Yeah, a
for
lot
sure.
of similarities across. But I think out of
Yeah.
all the languages, English is actually one of the hardest languages. There's so many
That's what I heard. Yeah,
variations to it. English, because all the other languages tend to be very.
or it's
Well,
maybe.
like for French, it's like some words are masculine, some words
Yeah.
are feminine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So
Yeah. In Spanish and Dutch, same thing.
yeah.
I think English is the only one that doesn't have that. But anyways, we have gone way over in this segment. So we're going to pass it off to our lovely host, Avery. She's going to be sharing the word tonight on Hanna.
Hannah.
And we're going to be looking at 1 Samuel chapter 1. All right. So if you want to grab your Bibles, and Avery, the floor is yours.
For the last time. So sad.
Poetic.
Okay. So I'll try not to cry. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so we're talking about Hannah tonight. And so if you guys forgot, Jocelyn put it in the chat.
Thank
so
you,
First
Jocelyn.
Samuel
Jocelyn's awesome.
chapter 1. Yes, she is. We love you, Jocelyn. So the story, to start off with some backstory, there's 3 main figures that we're going to be talking about. So Elkanah and his 2 wives. So Peninnah and Hannah. So some backstory. So Peninnah had many, many children, and Hannah didn't have any children. So it says that she was barren. So that means she can't have kids. So in that time in the Old Testament, women who couldn't have children were seen as very flawed, and below women who could have children, because children were very valuable and a sign of wealth in that time. So that's not how God sees women. God loves women. Some women aren't able to carry children for many reasons, but that doesn't mean that God loves them any less. But anyways, yes, Hannah couldn't have children, but her husband Elkanah, he still loved her very much. And for celebrations and big feasts, where everyone would be eating and having a good time, he would actually give Hannah double the portion of food than anyone else in the family. So if out of all his kids and out of his other wife, Hannah would get double that amount of food. And so this causes Peninnah, her rival, it actually says in this passage, to not like Hannah very much, because she's jealous. And in verses 6 to 8, it actually says, so because the Lord has closed Hannah's womb, her rival kept provoking her in order to irritate her. This went on year after year. Whenever Hannah went up to the house of the Lord, her rival provoked her until she wept and could not eat. So Peninnah was a bully to Hannah. You know, she knew, like Hannah knew that God, that God loved her and her husband loved her, but her self-confidence was slowly backsliding, and because Peninnah was she just wasn't very nice. And so this one instance, after they were finished eating, Hannah decides to go down to the temple, and she cries out to God because she's just so upset and she doesn't know what to do. And so in verses 10 and 11, she does something really interesting. So in verse 10, in her deep anguish, Hannah prayed to the Lord, weeping bitterly, and she made a vow, saying, Lord Almighty, if you will not only look on your servant's misery and remember me, and not forget your servant, but give her a son, then I will give him to the Lord for all the days of his life, and no razor will ever be used on his head. So she asks for a child. And back then, parents could dedicate their child or children to work in the temple and do service for God. So sometimes it was temporary, and other times children could be dedicated for a lifetime of service. So that's what she was doing. She said, as long as that vow was in effect, that person's hair could not be cut. So that's a pretty big deal. That's a very, very serious promise to God.
Now, could you imagine, giving up well, at the time would have been her only child, I mean, I think they kept them till they were around 3 years old and then give them up, because, that was the age of being weaned. I'm thinking about my boys, and as little terrors that they were, they were so cute and adorable at 3, and giving them up would have been like, what?
Especially when she already had problems.
Yeah, getting a child in the first
And she
place.
finally gets one, then that's let it go. Yeah,
But there's something to be said about that.
Yeah.
You know? But I just thought, I was teasing what's her name? Chloe, sorry, in Compass Kids, and I said, what if your mom gave you up and Lacey was the only child,
all the horses were for her.
So that's something to think about. Hannah was making a huge sacrifice here, but it does not end there.
Nope.
It
Wait,
does
wait, wait.
No, it gets better.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Do
trying
we
to
have a happy sound effect? Yes. Good job. Okay. Okay, so, and as she's praying this, a priest named Eli, he sees her and he just assumes that she's drunk and that she's crazy, and that during this celebration that they're having, that she just drank like too much wine.
Why did he think that though?
Because Hannah she was praying in her heart, so she wasn't moving her lips. So maybe she had like her eyes closed, and her lips were moving, and he was just like, what is this woman doing?
I did some research on that, and I guess it was not uncommon for drunks to go into the temple. So he just kind of assumed that, okay, there's this lady talking with no words coming out of her mouth. She must be drunk.
Again.
But there's also a story with that as well. Or at least there's something to be learned about that. But
Totes.
yeah, totes.
Yep.
Yeah. But, he tells her to, put away her wine and, like stop drinking.
Stop it.
Yeah. And Hannah, she tells Eli something very interesting in verses 15 and 18. So she says, "Not so, my lord," Hannah replied. "I'm a woman who is deeply troubled. I have not been drinking wine or beer. I was pouring out my soul to the Lord. Do not take your servant for a wicked woman. I've been pouring here out of my great anguish and grief." Eli answered her, "Go in peace, and may the Lord of Israel grant you what you have asked of him." She said, May your servant find favor in your eyes. Then she went away and ate something, and her face was no longer downcast. So Eli brightened Hannah's mood, and he gave her hope that God would answer her prayer. So he encouraged her to, keep praying and keep having hope. And not long after that, this is where the sound effect comes in.
Here, wait, which one do you need? Like just a
The happy one.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
My bad.
So not too long after that, Hannah becomes pregnant. Yay. And she gives birth to a son, and she names him Samuel. And she names him that because it means, because I asked the Lord for him. I like how they named it. Yeah. I like that sound effect.
It's just really long.
But she has a son now, and Hannah doesn't forget the promise she made to God when she prayed for a child. And so she knew that dedicating Samuel to the temple, like she promised, was the right thing to do, even though it was a very hard decision. So she waits until Samuel is weaned, so until she's done breastfeeding, to bring him to the temple and to live and to serve God. So he was at least 3 years old. I looked that up. That's so young.
That's so young.
Yeah.
That is very young.
Yeah. I don't even have.
High expectations for a youngin.
Yeah, so that would be like, I don't know, like if you sent your kids to a boarding school.
At 3?
Yeah.
My wife will kill me. Yeah.
That
wow.
would be really tough. But Hannah knew how important it was to serve God, to follow God, and she wanted Samuel to do her same. And she also wanted to thank God for, providing a son for her. She wanted to, give thanks and honor God. And she would still see Samuel as he grew up. It says that she would go to see him
Like once a year?
Yeah,
kind of
at
thing, though.
least.
Wow.
Yeah, and
But
bring him a
still,
robe.
It's not like they had planes and cars back then. They have to take their donkey and
Yeah.
chuk, chuk, and go with their donkey.
Sorry, do that again.
Chuk, chuk. No, does donkeys go?
I don't know. I never had
Anyways.
one. Chloe?
But, I find this story really, really, it's a short story, but
Yeah.
very fascinating.
Yeah.
It reminds me that sometimes things happen in life that we don't always understand,
Yeah.
right? And, here's this lady. I'm sure she really didn't do anything bad. I don't know. I wasn't there. But all of a sudden, she can't have a child. So it begs the question now, if she was to have children just like, Elkanah's other wife, would she have
Hanna.
dedicated her kid
Yeah.
the way she did? But what I really liked about Hannah in this case is, there's no real. Yes, she was sad, but she wasn't bitter. She wasn't, she
No.
wasn't attacking and trying to get revenge. And she just went to the Lord and said, God, I need you.
Yeah.
And there's a deep, deep, deep message in that, that we don't run to people. We don't run to, to do things out of our own strength. We trust in God, and I really like that about her. And in this case, God gave a favor. kind of
Yeah.
thing, so.
And so she was faithful in her promise,
Mhm.
and God ended up blessing her for it. So she actually, she ends up having 5 more kids. So in total, she ends up with 6 kids.
Yeah.
Like
That's crazy.
yeah.
4 boys, 2 girls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And because, and because Hannah followed through on her promise, Samuel ended up being a really important judge and
Mhm.
prophet, and he anointed the first king of Israel. So he was
Yeah.
a big guy.
Big job.
Yeah.
So everything kind of lined up.
Yeah.
You know.
It always
and
seems to. in
Yeah,
the
God
Bible.
allows certain things. We may be going through some tough times. Even this COVID or this lockdown and being away, not that God is in evil things, but sometimes He allows things to happen to strengthen us, to make us, rely on Him. And Hannah had no one else to rely on other than God, because God was the only one that could give her the ability to have children.
Mhm.
And because of that, like Avery was saying, Samuel became a very well-known and influential prophet, and priests and all of these different things. And he anointed the first king. I believe even anointed the second king of Israel, David. I believe,
Yeah.
Right? So through all of this adversity came greatness and light. And what's that saying? Sometimes we have to go through the fire to come out pure or something like that. When we go through these things, we have one of two choices. We can be like, oh, you know what? God is doing this to me. I can't deal with this. Caleb is always on my case. Blah, 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 blah. Or we can say, you know what, God, I need you. I need to trust in you. And, that's what she did. She trusted in God, and God honored that.
Yeah, I think COVID's a good example of that. Like, obviously, we don't know why it's happened, and obviously, it has been bad. But like, how are we gonna like handle ourselves through this time?
Yeah.
Are we just gonna be mopey all the time and be like, oh my goodness, this is horrible, I can't go shopping, I can't see my friends, or are we gonna like make something good out of it?
Yeah.
Well,
right?
I think a lot of good things. I mean, obviously, there's been a lot of bad things
Yeah.
that come out of
Oh,
it,
yeah,
but there's
for sure.
also been some good things. I think for when people are home, when it's a good time to reflect on. Okay, like
Yeah, why do we do the things that we do?
Yeah.
Like, for example, with church, even like, why do like what things about church are important? What do we need to focus on through COVID when we can't see people? And one of those was just community, of like actually reaching out to people and actually connecting, because that's a huge part of church. That is church. It's a community of believers, right?
Yes, working together. Loving
that's
each other.
definitely something we've realized through COVID, which is a positive.
The one thing that really stood out to me was the whole, with Eli. Eli was a priest, and sometimes I wrote in there, don't judge others. Here's poor Hanna, just pouring her soul out to God, like, God, I need your help. I am hurt. I want a child so bad. And then he comes and he's like, hey, drunken. We got to be so careful not to ever judge a situation. And we should always be, graceful to people, right? Even if she was a drunk, but she wasn't. But that's a very important lesson, that even, him as a priest and a well-known priest, and a priest that's been a long time, judging a situation without actually fully understanding what's going on, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he did backtrack and all this set of stuff, but I think it's very important that we take a page out of that note as well.
Yeah, totes.
Yeah, so I have 2 takeaways. So my first one is keeping promises and being faithful can bring blessings. So Hannah was desperate for a child, and she wanted just at least one, like,
which she gave up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And because she followed through on her promise to give up Samuel, God gave her 5 more kids. Like, that's...
Well, the interesting thing about that too, it wasn't even part of like her thing. Like, when she prayed to God about it, it wasn't like she was like, if you give me a child, I will give it up to you. If you give me five more after that. It was just like, it wasn't like she was expecting that at all.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
It's like the book I'm reading, though. A lot of people feel like, oh, I'm giving up all this stuff for God. I'm giving up my, I don't know, whatever that may be. But when you're in God's will, we're never giving up anything. It may seem to us like we're giving up stuff, but God wants to do so many things with us and reveal himself to us. And it's not to say that if we do one thing, we're going to have money, we're going to have all of this great stuff. Blessing doesn't necessarily mean having stuff.
Yeah.
It just means having that joy, having that peace. There is nothing like it. I sometimes talk to my wife, I'm like, I don't know how people that don't know Christ live on earth. Because knowing Christ and having him change your life is so amazing. You know, even when you're going through the toughest of tough, I can just say, you know what, God, I'm just putting this in your hand. This is beyond me now.
Well, even marriages and stuff. Like, I have a great marriage. Don't get me wrong.
Wasn't saying that earlier. Just
but
joking.
having God a part of it,
Yeah.
just makes it so much better and like so much more pure and stuff, right?
I'm not married, but
What?
it's a common goal that you're both working towards.
Yeah.
Like you're
Yes.
both working towards God.
Yes.
And pushing each other towards that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And knowing God is nothing like really knowing. Not that I've that I'm there or anything, but the more you get to know God, oh my goodness, it is so awesome, right? And you understand the character of God, and you know how much He loves us and cares for us and just wants the best for us, even though we're going through things we don't necessarily like, you know. But He's doing that to protect us because He loves us,
for
and
sure.
to make us better.
Yep.
You know, so I think that was a classic case here with Hannah. You know, she said, I have the one, I'll give him up, right? But God gave even more.
Yeah,
Yep.
and He did it in His timing.
In His timing.
Not ours.
Exactly. That's the key, the timing.
True that.
True that.
Wait.
2,000 years
Get
later.
it? Get it? Timing?
Only, yeah. So like probably a year later, but we'll overlook that. So my second one, it was kind of like what you already said, but like Hannah, we should lay our troubles down at God's feet. So Hannah was she was very troubled when she went to God, but we should go to God like always in every
Yes.
situation. We shouldn't
Yes.
just wait until it gets bad. Like He doesn't want us to be weighed down by worries or fear or anger. He wants us to give those to Him, because when we're weighed down, we can't serve Him as well as we could be doing, you know, if we're not letting go of those bad emotions.
Yeah, if we're just working on it on our own.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Nice. Cool. So, Avery, would you like to close us off in prayer, please?
Oh, sure.
Pray
Yeah.
for all of our viewers. What?
You just say it weird. All right, viewers. 2,000 years later.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, serious.
Okay. So, dear Jesus, we just thank you for tonight. We thank you for all the people that have logged on, all the people who are going to log on after. We just pray that people stay safe in this heat, this crazy, sticky heat. We just, you know, we pray that, you know, they stay hydrated and just away from heat stroke and sunstroke and all that. And we just pray over their summer that they stay safe, keep them out of trouble. And we just thank you for everything that we've talked about tonight, everything that these kids can take in us, that we can all take into our daily lives. We thank you for your word. We thank you for your message. And we just pray that we learn to take it and apply it to our lives.
Yes, Lord.
We just thank you. In your holy name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right. Without any further ado, Avery's going to take us away to a game that she put together.
Yes.
I'm excited
Right.
for this.
So I've seen it, but I've not seen it.
I feel like it's going to be either really easy or like really, really hard.
Well, you have a 50-50 chance.
I mean, we're all here for the ride. That's all I'm sure of.
All right. So like we said tonight, because it's the last show before the
Yes.
fall, there's going to be a first place, $10, and a second place, $5.
And we have
All right.
15 minutes to do this.
Yeah.
16. Let's
16
be
minutes.
optimistic. Glass half full.
Glass half
16
full?
minutes.
16 minutes? All right.
Yes.
So, Avery, take it away. Do we have any game music? There we go.
Okay. So, this game is called Fact or Fiction. And so it's kind of like true or false. So I'm going to be showing you guys a series of statements. And you have to say if you think it's a fact or if you think it's fiction. So if you think it's fake. Yeah. And so they're extremely random. So
But that's okay.
Yeah,
That's
this could
That almost
go-
makes it better because then people don't know the answer.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like
Yes.
but I think we're going to have fun.
Oh, it's gonna be
All
great.
right.
Yeah.
Totes.
Should we do the first one?
Yes, we shall.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, one sec. Technical difficulties. Okay, here we go.
Fact or fiction? You can't cry in space.
Space,
Hmm.
space, space, space.
You can't cry in space.
So what do you guys
That-
think?
Fact or fiction? I actually don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's a tricky
you
one.
Can't cry in space. I think you can cry in space. It would just go up or wherever. I don't know.
That's tricky. Yeah, I don't really know the answer to that one.
I think.
I
you
mean,
could
I'll
cry in
guess.
space.
I'll guess once we see some people kind of roll their questions in.
Oh, you're one of those.
Okay.
All right, so we have some answers coming in. So lots of fiction, some facts.
Yeah, so it's kind of mixed.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a little more fiction than fact.
Oh, so I guess we have to say fact or I think it's a fact. I'm not sure, but I think it's a fact.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say fiction.
Yeah?
Just to mess
Just
with you.
because?
Just cause.
Just to have
50%. Yeah,
50-50.
50%.
Yeah. I feel
Um,
like some. I hope the site that I got this from is like.
Legit.
Legit.
Yeah.
Although maybe it's more fun that if it's not, because then they can't Google the answer. But
That's funny.
how many points is this?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
I would say 2 points.
Yeah,
each.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
2 points.
You can mix it up if you want. If
Yeah,
it's a hard
depend-
Sure.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
sure. Okay, should we wait a little bit longer or go for the gold?
Well, we only have 13 minutes. So
Yeah.
okay, so
I think everyone's answers are in.
okay, here we go.
So that's a fact.
Ooh,
So there's-
interesting.
I kind of worded this not too well, but there's not enough gravity in space to make the tears fall.
Okay, I'm confused. So what was the question? Can you go back to the question?
Yeah.
You can't cry
Oh,
in space.
so that's a fact.
So I got it wrong by accident.
Yeah.
I got it right by accident.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I was thinking you can cry in
And
space.
I got it wrong by accident.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So if you said fact, you got 2 points.
it's a double a negative. That's okay.
All right.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting. So
I-
sorry, you can't.
You
can't
can't.
cry.
There's
You
not.
can't
no,
cry.
You can't. You can't cry.
You
Oh, you
cannot.
can't-
You
you cannot
cannot.
cry.
You cannot
Okay.
cry because there's
'Cause
not enough
there's
gravity.
not enough gravity.
But wouldn't water come out of your eyes?
Wouldn't it just float then?
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
a scientist.
technically
I don't
crying.
know.
Avery.
It's floating crying.
Why don't you know the answers to our questions?
I'm in ministry. I'm not like. I'm not,
We're just giving her a hard time. It's her last night.
Yes, it's
We're
the
allowed.
last night. We're allowed to.
All right, next question.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I was like wondering why it felt so empty. I know why.
what?
Oh yeah.
I was like, man, it seems so quiet.
Oh, sorry. Fact or
That's all good.
fiction? A snail can sleep for 3 months.
Interesting.
Yes.
Can sleep for 3 months? Well,
Yes.
bears can sleep for months. Well, hibernate.
What are you trying to say?
I think it's a fact.
Okay.
They go up into their shell and they just chill.
I have to make sure this isn't a double negative type situation again.
Well, there's no can't in here. That's what messed me up.
I know, right?
So we have
Um,
some facts coming in. So Isaiah thinks it's a fact. Lauren thinks it's a fact. I hope I haven't led anyone astray.
I would say it's a fact
You
too.
think it's a fact too? Okay, lots of facts coming in. Fact. Ava, Brady,
Oh.
Wyatt.
I'm thinking like
Jocelyn.
winter. Maybe.
Yeah. But
I
it
don't know.
said sleep. Is it is hibernating technically sleeping? Just a
don't
little
know,
bit more
dude.
advanced? I
I'm
don't
not a
know.
scientist. I'm in ministries. supposedly that's a good cop out.
I follow God. I don't know any of this stuff. All right.
It's not in the Bible.
All
That's
right.
a good. That's a good
That's a
excuse
good
for
excuse.
ignorance.
All right. So it looks like everyone said facts.
Interesting. Okay,
You
here
said
we.
fact as
I
well?
say fact.
Okay.
Oh man, bunch of losers if this
It's
isn't
wrong.
right. Okay, shall we do the drum roll? Oh. It is a fiction.
What? We all got it
Wow.
wrong.
I'm so sorry.
That's so funny.
They can sleep up to 3 years. So technically we're right.
Oh,
Because
okay.
3 months is in those 3 years.
Interesting.
But
Up
it's
to.
up
Let's see.
to.
Look at the question. Yeah, snail can
Sleep for 3 months. Yeah.
It can though.
They can if they can
They
sleep for 3
can.
years.
Well,
but
yeah,
I
but
know
the-
what she's trying
The
to say.
max
Yeah.
is like.
Okay, yeah. That's crazy.
So if you said fact, you're wrong.
I'm sorry.
Or should we say
You're partially wrong.
we are all wrong? Because I'm pretty sure everyone said fact. That's a-
Everyone should at least get 1 point.
no.
Well, everyone got it wrong.
That's not the game.
So, all right.
Man,
next
that is
question.
crazy. That is insane. Everyone's a loser.
3 years though, eh?
It's sometimes not bad to be a loser, guys.
I wish I could sleep for 3 years. And then I'll come out so refreshed or really stiff.
You miss so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You
I'll be
have
refreshed.
kids. You
I
wanna-
already, I already
you
have a
wanna
heart.
miss 3 years of their lives.
I don't like sleeping in, like personally.
Oh
I
no,
don't.
I'm up
Because
5
like
o'clock
I
every
feel
day.
like if I wake up even at like 8:30 and I get up then, I feel like part of my day's gone
It's
already.
gone, yeah. I'm a 5 o'clock crack of dawn kind of thing.
Mm.
My
Oh,
wife
that's-
hates it.
Oh, I don't like that.
All right,
Okay,
Like
here we
next
go.
Question. So 3 years. I learned something today.
That is nuts. I've been
Fact or fiction?
wrong.
The inventor of the light bulb, Thomas Edison, was afraid of the dark.
Interesting. That's why. That's why.
I would think that's fiction,
Yeah, I think it's fiction too.
but I don't know.
We'll be losers together
Yes,
again. That's an interesting idea, though.
So inventor of the light bulb, Thomas Edison was afraid of the dark.
Maybe
Who-
that's why he invented it.
Maybe. Or maybe it's a trick question.
Who is the inventor of the bifocals again?
The bifocals? Not Thomas Edison.
No, it wasn't.
I don't think
it
so.
Was,
I don't know.
it was one of the people who signed the Declaration of Independence, but he wasn't a president.
Oh, I don't know.
Shoot.
Okay, so we have some fictions.
Anyways.
Xavier with fiction, Jocelyn with fiction, Chloe with fiction, Adela says it's a fact, Ronan says it's a fact,
Okay.
Ava says it's a fact. So it's almost split down the middle.
Hmm.
What did we say? It's a fiction, right?
Yeah, we both said fiction.
So it's leaning more towards fiction, but
What
that's
do
okay.
What do you think,
I
Avery?
know the answer.
All right, looks like some answers are in,
Wow.
and the correct answer is
My wife voted against me.
It's
Fact.
a
it's
fact.
a fact.
What?
Yes.
I am not doing so well. Now I know
No.
how people feel when I'm doing these games.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
nuts. I feel like such a.
So well, it makes sense.
This is a
Yeah.
humbling experience.
Yes. But when they invented the light bulb, was there electricity?
Yes,
That goes to show how much history
there'd
I
have to
know.
be.
No, in the sense of like widespread electricity.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not widespread. Like actually, here's a fun.
Was he the one that hooked up the kite to the key?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Fun fact though,
Mhm.
when electricity was just coming in, light bulbs were just coming in. This is like to replace candles and things
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
right? And oil lamps. They actually would hire people to switch the lights on and off because they were so afraid of getting electrocuted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's so new, I guess.
It was so new.
Yeah, we take it for granted.
Yeah, we take it like, oh, it's so easy.
Yeah.
And we can just like yell at Google or Alexa. But yeah, they actually like had someone like who they hired to do that, which is
Interesting.
kind of weird to think about.
Hey, when you got the money, why not, right?
Yeah.
So we have so far we have Wyatt and Brady with the lead so far. So send in your points while we get the next question queued up.
Okay.
I don't think. Wait. Is this gonna be our last one? You think?
We
could
have
do
5
two
minutes.
more.
How
We
many
could-
how many more do we have?
There's 12
There's 12.
altogether,
We won't
but
be able
my
to do all
favorite
12.
one is like the second last one.
Okay, should we go?
Well, let's do one more, then we do
Okay.
that one as
Okay.
the. Do you
Yeah,
want to do
okay.
that as the
That's fair. So
tiebreaker?
3 more or two?
Two more, and then so
Yeah.
three
Yeah,
more.
3 more.
Three
Yeah,
more,
sure. Okay.
All right.
Shall we show it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. So, fact or fiction? The letter T is the most common letter in the English language.
I think I know it's up there. but I
Oh,
think it's a-
vowels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna say fiction.
Yeah, fiction, straight
I
up.
think Avery's trying to trick.
Yeah,
us.
she's trying to mess with us and our livelihood. This isn't pride talking.
I think S is more popular than T. I don't know.
S.
Ah.
Are you saying that because you have two S's in your name? Andre Ross.
Wow.
Because
Nepotism.
I have because I've played Scrabble a lot and I use S a lot. Well, not Scrabble. Wheel of Fortune. All right, so we have some. Oh, lots of fiction. So they're siding with
I would
us.
say fiction.
Wyatt says it's a
Faux
fact.
show.
Okay, so Wyatt's going against the grain.
Lauren said fact, which is weird.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry, Lauren. Yeah, she said fact.
Who does she think she is? You think you're better than me?
Because vowels would be used more frequently. Good point.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
right? Because like A, like it doesn't. You know, there's so much
Yeah.
where like the T has to start with it. Like, well,
Well, almost every language has a vowel.
yeah.
So it's split up between 5 vowels.
Is this just in English, Avery?
It says. The
Okay,
common
now you're getting deep.
It literally says it in the question.
in the English language?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So what's the right answer? Because I'm dying to hear this.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious too. This is fun. Learning things every day. Here we go. Fiction.
So
Boom.
Oh, we were at it.
The letter E.
The letter E?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
so it
the
was a
most
vowel.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
And-
okay.
I have like 7 E's in my full name.
Avery.
And then my middle
Tone
name?
has one.
And then
Well, I don't want to give your whole name
yeah,
on
don't
the
expose
internet.
me like that.
Yeah,
So-
I have two in my last name.
Yeah.
I have one in my
pretty common
first
letter.
name, one in my second name. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Good job. All right.
Yeah.
So we learned something today.
Boom.
The most popular letter is E,
Boom.
and snails can sleep up to 3 years.
And
Oh, yeah. Thomas Edison.
was afraid of the dark.
Afraid of the dark. That's
Interesting.
why he made a light bulb.
Interesting.
See, out of turmoil comes delight.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So Brady has 6 points.
Comes
so
growth.
far, it's Brady and Ronan. That's tied for first place so far. I think we have one more before the bonus.
Well, there's yeah. So like hers, the one that she's like a huge
Oh,
fan
yes,
of
yes.
is second last.
Second
So we'll
to
do
last.
that now, and then we'll do the last one last.
Okay. Perfect.
Um,
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. You're so
No,
smart.
keep going. No. Yeah.
So
no,
while they're
go back.
going through
okay,
that.
here we go.
Oh, yeah. I like this one. I don't remember the answer, but I thought it was kind of cool.
Oh, so you know the answers?
No, I don't know the answer.
Wow,
I
fraud.
feel- you saw the answer, so.
No, I honestly I didn't. I don't know.
All right, so let's ask this one. This one's kind of
Okay, here
Okay.
we go. Shall we do it?
So, nearly 1% of the ice in the Arctic glaciers
Antarctic.
Antarctic glaciers is made up of penguin pee.
Interesting.
That'll make for some nice soup.
Are we gonna up the points for this?
Yes, I
Yes.
think so.
Let's do what? How many?
20.
One? Whoa.
Go big.
3, 4 points?
I would say
points?
4.
4
4.
points for this one. Nearly 1% of the ice in the Antarctic glaciers is made up of penguin pee. 1%. Even 1%, that's a lot. 1%.
Are penguins in the in Antarctica?
I think they're in both, but at different types of penguins.
Is that the trick?
No.
Oh, okay.
So let's see here. Chloe says fact. Amber says fact. Adela says fact. I am going to say that is false.
I'm gonna say fact just for
Yeah,
fun.
just for fun.
Go big.
Justin says fiction. Who
Who
would
would measure
who would measure that? Well, you'll be surprised what scientists do.
Yeah.
That's why
when they're
scientists.
really looking to figure out what they want to do as a doctorate,
Let's go measure penguin pee. All right, so
they call it science.
so lots of fictions coming in.
Oh,
Some facts.
Yep.
Okay.
Finally, my wife's siding with me. Ugh.
All right, 1%. Okay.
That's not like that's realistic. I think.
We will see.
Yeah, we'll see who the
We
real
shall
loser
find
is.
out.
All right, so this one is worth 4 points.
Shall we show it?
We shall.
Yes, we shall.
Here we go.
Fiction.
Fiction.
Dang.
It's actually 3%.
Wow. Interesting.
I was thinking 1 was too much.
Really?
The
I was like,
that's
"Bah."
a lot of water. That's a lot of water. That's like a third of
I mean,
Antarctica is yellow.
It's not as like 3% isn't as much as 97%.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out.
I'm just saying. Okay, here's a question though. If that is 3% and that's just penguins, what about other animals? How much of
But
that
there's a
is?
lot of penguins though, because they
Yeah,
feed
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of the polar bears, the sea lions, and all that. But
Oh. The polar bears are
3%?
dying though.
Well, I think there's more to it than just the penguins.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not a laughing matter, obviously. But
No.
let's see what everyone's points are while we get the bonus one ready.
Yes. Here we go. Let's
So
see,
we
see what
have
people are rolling in.
Ember at 8 points. We have Wyatt with 8 points. Ronan with 8. Brady with 8. Ava with 8. Adela with 6. Jocelyn with 4. So the leaders aren't doing too hard. Where is Lauren in all of this? Chloe still has 4 points, but it's still anyone's game. Let's see. Who else do we have out there? We have Ava with 8 points, and we have. So it's a looks like it's a 6-way or maybe even a 7-way tie for 8 points.
Yes.
Interesting indeed. So this is where you guys will get a chance now to
Do all in and stuff?
all in or 4 points, 1 point, no points. So what we want you guys to do is let us know when we ask the question, let us know how many points you're putting in and if it's fact or fiction.
Yes.
All right.
Once we throw up the question, put
Yeah.
it in your answer how many points you're putting towards it, and also
if
your
it's fact or
answer in
fiction,
the same thing.
All right. So it'll just be easier for us to track. All right. Everyone's saying all that.
Everyone's doing it
Everyone's
anyways.
probably
Whatever.
delayed.
Whatever.
All right. That's fine.
Okay.
So
Shall we show it?
we shall.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, fact or fiction? It takes a sloth 2 weeks to digest its food.
Interesting.
Sloths are slow.
These are tricky questions because
It could be 3 weeks.
Exactly. Exactly. Huh.
All right. So you remember, you got to tell us your answer, fact or fiction, and how many points you're putting in. All 8, whatever the case may
Oh,
be.
look at Lauren. Wow.
Lauren right off the bat with the fact. Lauren is all in. Chloe says fiction. Ember says it's fact. As a matter of fact.
What do you think it's going to be?
2 weeks to digest. They are mammals, right? I could see amphibians and reptiles taking that long, but
They take down mammoths.
sloths?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I think it's false.
Really?
I think it's a fiction.
You think they're full of it?
I think it's fiction. Okay, my computer just died. Okay,
Nice. Classic.
but
computer.
I think it's fiction.
Okay. I think it's a fact. I don't know. Just because, like, okay, I think we're tied. No, are we tied or not? Can't remember.
All right, so the
Never mind.
answers are coming in fast and furious. Adela says fact 6 points, so she's going all in. Jocelyn's all in. Brady is all in fact. All in fact. All in fact. Okay.
Yes.
Isaiah says it's fiction. All in last time, so I risk Wyatt. Okay, so Wyatt's all in. Fiction Wyatt, all in. So it looks like a lot of people are going all in.
yes.
And some facts, some fiction. So I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes, and Avery will give us the true answer. Is it
Minutes.
fact?
A few more minutes.
Oh, sorry. 10 more seconds. And
We'll
Avery
give you a
will
good 20.
Avery will let us know if it's fact or fiction to see who's going to win the $10 gift card for first place or $5 gift card to Tim Hortons for second
Yes.
place. We're going all out tonight.
We're going
Big budget.
big.
Ooh.
All right, so I think we can do this now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I thought you were gonna show the screen. I don't actually know what it is.
Okay.
It's a-
What?
That's
Are you gonna show it?
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
What?
There's a little bit of a cliffhanger. Here we go. It's a
It's a fact.
I
That's
don't
crazy.
believe it. I mean, they're super slow. It kind of makes sense, but they're a mammal as well. To have food
Yeah.
sitting in you that long.
the thing is, the sloths lounge around a lot.
True.
Yes.
True. So let's see who is our winners. All right, let's see what your final
crazy.
points are.
I have 4 points.
you have
Oh.
4 points. Well, I totally lost that one.
Yeah. How many points do you have now?
I wasn't keeping
I think you're
track,
at
but
6.
chances are to put all
Oh, we
in,
have a tie.
and I would have. So we have
Oh,
12 for
yeah.
Ronan, Oh, we have 16 for Ava and Brady. All right.
That's
Let's
crazy.
See. Let's see.
16 is pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Wait,
pretty
if we have a
impressive.
tie, do we just give the
What we'd have to do is
Mm.
we have to do a tiebreaker, and
Yeah.
whoever loses that tie break will be
and
second place.
yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. Way to go, winners. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a tie-breaking game of rock, paper, scissors. Avery's going to pick a rock or scissors or a paper, and one of you guys have to pick who's going to win.
Wait.
Sorry, my bad. I'm going to do it as well.
Yeah.
Pick a rock, paper, or scissors, right? Avery's going to pick rock, paper, or scissors. Now, it's Ava or Brady
Yes. So they have to decide.
who is going to win.
Yes.
No.
And whoever answers
First,
first,
yes.
gets that thing, and the other person has to switch their answer.
Yes.
That's
to make it
yes.
make it easier.
Fair enough. Okay.
All right.
So-
So we give you
Oh.
guys. I've picked mine already. I haven't even looked at it. I just picked
Ava
something.
Andy's-
wants second place.
Please have second place. Can I please have second place?
She
Why do
she
you
wants
want-
less money.
Why would you deliberately want second place? It's very amicable of you, but you
Yes.
still need to choose. So I've picked mine already. So who are
Okay.
you
Oh,
going
I
to
haven't
pick for?
checked. I haven't done it yet.
Who did I get here? Okay.
And being the observer, they are doing it fairly. They aren't cheating at all.
There's nothing to cheat.
Andre might.
Ava's still wanting second place. We're fighting the system and saying no, you don't get second place.
You got to choose.
You gotta choose. Oh, she says rock though.
Rock? Okay.
What?
No, she can't pick.
No,
you got to
have,
pick who
that's
wins.
not how it works.
You got to pick either
You
Avery
have to pick either Avery or
Or
Andre or Andy. I guess.
Oh, Brady might come in.
Waiting on Bravey. Bravey. That's just gravy.
Okay,
Brady says
is
Andre.
going to win. So Ava is going to be automatically. So the boys vote for the boys, the girls vote for the girls.
Yeah. Wait.
So-
Isn't there a second option technically of like tie?
Let's hope we don't.
But
tie.
she says Avery though.
She
So
says Avery. So
There you
what
go.
we're going to do moving forward, that's going to be
Yes.
locked in. So even if we
locked
tie,
in.
we'll do it again.
Yes.
So I'm going to represent Brady, and I hope I do you proud. And Avery's going to represent
Locked in for
Ava.
life.
All right. So should I show mine first?
Yes.
What about ladies first?
Okay. So
Oh,
all right, I
wow.
was trying to. Okay, ladies first. So what did you pick, Avery?
Here we go.
I picked
Show the world.
scissors.
Skizzers.
I am so sorry, Brady. I picked paper.
Oh.
So, Ava, you will get yourself a $10 gift card.
Yes.
And Brady, I will deliver a $5 gift card. So that's it for our show today. I am so sorry, Brady. You put your trust in me and I let you down. All right. But
That's
just,
life, you know.
That's life. Just to let you guys know, we will be sending some information out to your parents. We are planning two big events or big times together that we're going to be doing outside, one in
Yep.
July and one in August. So that email should be coming out within the next week, as well as some
It's gonna
other
be lots
things.
of fun.
Lots of fun.
Lots of fun.
Lots of funs. So we're going to be sending
Funs.
that out. We just want to give Avery the last word, seeing that this is one of her last
Oh.
times with us. Yeah.
I'd
The
say
last word.
since this is the last time, her last time, she should do the memory verse.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Great idea.
Okay, so the memory verse for June is now faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we don't see. So that's Hebrews 11 verse 1. So I'm going to repeat that again. So now faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we don't see.
Yeah.
Hebrews 11 verse 1.
Awesome. And any last words?
I'm not going to die.
I didn't mean it like that.
Look at the size of her cup or her
Oh, I just
Water
bought
bottle?
water bottle.
Yeah, it's pretty huge.
Yes.
It's
40
almost
ounces.
as big as her.
Wow.
All right. So, any last words, Kayla, before we wrap this up?
It's been a great year.
Yeah.
We have a lot of plans for September when we boot back up. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a lot of fun. Might not be as frequent as often in terms of like online, like as in like every week, but you'll get more information about that in the future.
Yes.
But we have some great plans of how to change all of this up even a little bit. And yeah, I'm really excited, but I'm also excited for a break.
Yeah.
But
So, like I said, we're going to be sending some stuff out. So, your parents, I have all your parents' emails. We'll be sharing with your parents. So, you guys stay tuned. There will be some stuff on Instagram and so forth.
the gram.
The gram. So, this is Andre and.
Wait. Dude.
It's like 10 after. This is.
This is early. This is Andre.
And
This is Caleb. Thanks for joining us. And
Avery, bye guys.
thank you guys for joining us. And if you guys have any questions, you can always go back and check out our email and send us some stuff. We would love to hear from you. Bye-bye.